So let me close out some of the. God damn it! Like I thought I could stuff before the show started. Why did I immediately start it? Yeah, I want to. Also, why is Microsoft Edge open? Ugh. Yeah, like fuck it. It's Sundays. No, this isn't Sunday. I did not sleep at all last because AOD did a hangout where he was talking like shit about people, and he invited me on there, and I stayed in there. Like I was in there from like 12:30 to 5:30.
What are you even talking about?
It was fun. We were talking about old timey YouTube stuff.
Who was there besides you?
Grey Knight was there.
I see.
He was very cordial. Like I know, you know.
There's a bit of a history there.
Things happened between us. Yeah, but like I'm kind of like I'm at like since I've come back as like fucking something napalm, I'm like I'm willing to give like everybody a reset for the most part.
Even Beach.
Like there are still like yeah, even Beach. Like I like Beach was actually in another Agent of Doubt hangout I was in.
I want to talk to Beach again. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna piss. I mean, there's a little bit of history there.
Yeah, Beach is fun.
I want to talk to the guy again. I want to have a conversation with him. I always enjoyed talking to the guy. He's very smart.
Plus, he's kind of made it out of the woods, as it were, in terms of like the dark place he was at.
So, the Beach, if you want to talk, I'm happy to have a conversation with you about whatever. Talk about politics, always.
Yeah, while we still can before the fucking nuclear bombs fucking drop and we all fucking die.
Or become mutants, whichever one happens first. Speaking of mutants.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You want to become cannibalistic?
Segue. Sammy, usually are you like did you find a secret to like I actually didn't but account to do it?
What? Whoa, you just cut off there for a bit. No, because the reason I said, speaking of mutants, because you brought up because we've been reading up on this new Starfinder RPG, and we're looking at different like thieves that you can work with characters. And Matt brought up mutant, but personally, I think it's more of a race than a theme.
Mutant should be a theme because then then all the races can be mutants.
I don't know how it would work. I mean.
Also, mutant would be a good theme because it could be a theme where it's like you can choose what ability score you get the +1 to. Because that's something that annoys me, Sammy, that the themes aren't even in terms of what they give pluses to. No, there's like more constitution and more charisma ones.
Right.
Like dexterity and strength only get like 1. No, dexterity gets 2 because I think Ace Pilot gets like so. But yeah, like strength gets 1, wisdom gets 1, intelligence gets 1. And then the rest get like multiple ones, and it's like, why?
No, the rest will get Constitution.
Yeah, Constitution. There's at least 2 dexes, and then there's like Themeless gets Charisma, Xeno Seeker gets Charisma.
Right. Let's open up the book real quick.
And also, Jimson brings up like a theme for all races can be mutants, it'd be like the Ginyu Squad, because the Ginyu Squads were all mutants. I mean, I get what you're saying. Mutant could be easily be a template, but I'm like, if it's a template, a GM is a lot less likely to be like, yeah, you can play a mutant.
Let's go over what theme is. Character theme represents a focus for your character, which may be a result of your background, upbringing, training, or mystic destiny. You select the character theme, blah, 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 blah. So, Starfinder, you have Ace Pilot, Priest, Bounty Hunter, Scholar, Icon, Spacefarer, Mercenary, Xenoseeker, Outlaw, and there's theme list. So the way I see themes is more of a it's a background. It's a way to represent like what's your thing, what are you about.
Mutant can be a background.
Yeah, but how do you compare mutant with like a mercenary or an outlaw or a scholar?
Sorry, I was taking a hit.
Right.
I kind of want to annoy Skull and be a mechanic. I want a robot. I want a robot to punch things for me.
Yep.
That seems like a lot of fun. Also, yeah, I'm guessing also too archetypes just replace prestige classes.
Yeah.
Although I wish they would have more archetypes, because I'm like, I'd like a Hell Knight archetype. That'd be a lot of fun. Get some crazy Hell Knight abilities. They'll probably add like more archetypes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean they're gonna have third party.
Like that's what they should do. They should make like an archetype for each faction.
Okay, what are you guys doing?
We were talking about Starfinder, and I haven't slept good.
Why?
Because AOD did a hangout last night where he was like, I'm going to talk shit about YouTubers, and he invited me on because he was like, people are asking about Brett Keane, so I should get Napalm in here.
Oh, wonderful.
And I was in there from like 12:30 to 5:30.
So for like 5 hours?
Yeah, and then I woke up at the crack of stoner morning, noon.
Doesn't AOD have a job?
Saturday.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's Saturday.
Friday.
Right. Wait. Yeah, it's Friday. Whatever.
Oh yeah, we're doing the Unnamed Friday show today.
I keep thinking. I don't know why. I keep thinking it's Saturday.
The name of the day is in the fucking show.
I know. What? Sorry, I keep.
No, Sammy, I'm not even shitting on you. I'm shitting on me.
Oh.
Like I'm the one who fucking titled the show.
I forget what's what anymore. Yesterday I thought it was fucking Friday.
I was smelling fried chicken earlier, and there's no fried chicken here. Like, is that a sign of a stroke?
I don't think so.
If you smell fried chicken.
Stroke by chicken, maybe. Or
Yeah.
you're just hungry and you're thinking about fried chicken.
Oh yeah, did you see Donald Trump threw fucking Rex Tillerson under the bus?
He throws everybody under the bus.
Because like, well, it's also fucking what's his face, the guy who went to Hungary and is also an anti-Semite. Gorka? Yeah, Gorka. Yeah, like, because Rex Tillerson is trying to, like, find a diplomatic solution to the North Korean problem, because, you know, nobody in their right mind wants nuclear Armageddon. But like Gorka and Trump are like, no, there's no diplomatic solution to this problem.
There might not be, but
there's not a satisfying one. Like that's the problem with fucking that. Like again, that goes into like the problems of fucking people's expectations in this fucking country. Like when it comes to politics, is like sometimes like the solution is really fucking shit and it's not good. Like a lot of people aren't going to be happy.
okay. Yeah. By the way, am I the only one who's willing to DM a Starfinder game?
I'm sure CJ would like to. CJ
Well,
would be
Angus told me if we want to do Starfinder on a very public spanking, I'm going to have to GM it. So, like, maybe I'll be able to GM it.
Oh, God.
When's the last time you GM'd the game?
Never.
Oh, popping a cherry here.
Yeah. So, you know, I was like, you know what, Angus, I'm calling you bluff here. I'll fucking GM it. I'll GM the shit out of it. In probably more ways than one.
Yep.
Explode head. I can spend 1 resolve point as a standard action to physically insult the brain of a foe within 60 feet, causing incredible pressure to build in its head. If the target has 20 hit points or fewer, its head explodes, instantly killing the target and spreading debris in a 10-foot radius. Each creature in the area must succeed a reflex saving throw or take 2d6 slashing damage from the flying debris. A target with more than 20 hit points takes 1d6 damage per mystic level. You have maximum 20d6, but can attempt a fortitude save to take only half. If this would reduce the target to 0 HP, the target's head explodes as described above.
So scanners.
Kinda. This ability only works on a creature whose head, who has a head and would die from the loss of a head. So that's your 18th level ability as a Mind Breaker.
You know what I want to see with Starfinder?
Oh, speaking of Starbound, are you still playing that? Because the server rebooted.
Well, not right now because I'm recording like fucking RimWorld and all that stuff.
Oh, all right.
But like when I get free time again, I'm gonna do Starbound again. We should do like a cross-platform thing.
What do you mean a cross-platform thing?
Like remember like I think we were talking about like you play Starbound and I'm just like the invincible admin and I'm just annoying your character the entire time.
I don't think I would like that very much, Matt.
Like instead of using actual weapons to help you, like I'm using like the sparkle gun and I'm just shooting like fireworks everywhere. It's like that's not really helping Matt. It's like, but it's pretty. So that's, you know. But yeah, I'd like to see like races from like playable races from some really weird shit because it's a sci-fi setting. I want to see a plant. I want to see a plant people.
They give you instructions on how to do like a conversion, but it's not. They're not very good.
I want to see ooze people. I want to see some really weird, inhuman, non-humanoid shit. One race I really want to see fucking in Starfinder because they're one of my favorite races in Dungeons and Dragons period, but they never get fucking used and they'd be perfect for fucking Starfinder. The Flumph.
I don't know what the hell those are.
They're like little aberrations. They look like jellyfish, but here's the interesting thing about them. They're lawful good.
Are they like squidbillies or something? Like, what do you mean they look like jellyfish?
They're like little kind of like think pancake size like little jellyfish with spikes on the bottom and little eye stalks.
Hmm.
Oh no, Jimson brings up Planet of the Cat Girls. Ugh. I was telling Sammy this. Like one thing I want, like Nick, one of my plans for Dobu is if like we all go kind of morally ambiguous is like we buy the biggest starship we can and we just fucking fly it full speed into the planet Dobu's descendants on.
I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna do that, Matt. And you gave away the surprise.
I'm very much against the whole like introducing a Dobu planet in the game. Like I'm not.
No, Dobu would be the ruler of the galaxy. Well, not Dobu, but one of his descendants.
Of an entire, or of a planet, or
the galaxy.
You're
not getting off that easy.
Is it the same galaxy that this solar system is in? Or
yeah, you guys just get teleported to the future.
That's interesting.
And for some reason, you guys changed to like rodents and shit. I don't know. I haven't really thought of it yet.
I don't know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. Like, cause like, it's like I want to do everything I do in my favorite sci-fi games. Like, I want to build a colony. I want to fucking like fight fuckers. I want to make friends. You know, it's also weird. There's no NPC classes.
I could DM a Starfinder game like Thursdays, probably.
Because, yeah, Sammy had an idea where it's like maybe we start off with like just a vanilla Starfinder game.
Yeah.
To learn everything.
But vanilla.
Yeah, like nothing real special, like story-wise. Just like it's more, I guess, a Guardian of the Galaxy type of game where it's like you're just a ragtag group of motherfuckers who get Starfinder. Say that one more time.
Like at your old lab to see if they made a Starfinder thing yet.
You're breaking up right now, Nick.
I'm breaking up.
Yeah.
That's weird. I think Hero Lab might make a Starfinder.
Oh yeah, for sure they will. They will.
I will say this: we should wait until the monster book is out.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for the.
It's going to be out in October.
So 2 months.
I will say I don't get why it's not going to be out in September. Unless they're putting out another book in September.
No, September is going to be the first adventure path.
We could maybe do that.
You could.
Because Kingmakers, like, I will say this with Paizo, like, they are really good with their adventure paths.
Paizo.
Yeah, Paizo, bro.
Paizo, whatever. Fucking Spanish name for Jester. Yeah, it's like the Babao. Bazaboo.
Like, it doesn't have a Z in it.
Or Baloney Sith. What word? Like, there's a word a couple of weeks back. I like. It was like a one syllable word, and I ended up adding another syllable to it. It's like, how do I do that?
I don't know how you do it, Matt, but you do.
It'd be great, like, if, like, after the nuclear war, only my videos exist, and, like, when the aliens come down, like, they're like, this is how humans talked. Warsh.
Warsh.
At least our history would be preserved in your videos.
Yeah, at least they'll know, like, oh, this guy Donald Trump killed them all. That's who's to blame. So the aliens will get the most important thing.
Romans have the best ability because they can store up to 1 cubic foot of items weighing up to 1 bulk in their cheek pouches. They can transfer a single object between hand and cheek as a swift action.
Yeah, they're like the little rodent guys are a reference to the giant space hamsters from Starjammer. Also, what's up, Adam? And yeah, we could do like that's why I'm so excited for fucking Starfinder. Is like all of the filler shit we can do. Like, we can do, like, Alien as, like, just a filler thing. Like, we're going to another job and all of a sudden we get a distress signal. It's like, oh, do we want to go investigate that? Or on the inverse, we could be cowboys versus aliens, but we can be the aliens. We can be the ones going down to a cowboy planet and fucking with them. That's one thing I do want my character to do. Like, one little quirk he has is he likes abducting drunk hicks from primitive backworld planets. And then just putting them back. Just for shits and giggles, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Nick, there's like a lot of like robot-y static.
Oh, sorry.
Just coming through my mic.
Yeah. And your voice is like crackling up like a robot type of sound.
That's weird.
An Egyptian. I don't know why I made that. Does anybody even remember that song? There's a song in 1980. It's like
yeah.
They carved it on stone. Like a bird, you'd have to put a bird beak on it to listen to it. You might think that's inhumane, but it was a living.
I can find nothing that says androids have to like be healed by some of their means of their healing spells. So I think they actually can be healed by healing spells.
Yeah. Any spell or ability that affects both humanoids and constructs affects. So, yeah, like, they can be healed. So they can be healed by both means.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna make a Yosuke something.
What else is going on? Oh yeah, Google canceled all of their staff diversity meetings.
I wonder why.
Yeah. That Google shit is like so hilarious.
Did you read the manifesto? He basically just, it looks like he just quoted Wikipedia. Like, or used Wikipedia for everything. Like, this is how it looks. And you know what? Why everyone's pissed off and stuff. Not why everyone's pissed off, but we need to blame the racists for this, because if they wouldn't, like, try to sugarcoat everything they say every goddamn time and, like, use shit like this and latch onto it, the guy probably would have never been fired for saying, like, well, maybe women are, like, different for biological reasons. And it's like,
yeah, it's like, fucking, you fucks always talk about freedom of speech, but, like, you're scared shitless because, you know, people on the other side are going to use their freedom of speech to be like, well, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well,
it's like they don't
make their ideas more palatable. And to do that, they generally just be like, well, it might be because women, and, like, I don't know if the guy is racist or not racist.
Or they get a stupid haircut like Milo or Richard Spencer. I had a great zinger for fucking Milo Yiannopoulos last night. Like, somebody said his name, and I was like, it really annoys me every time I see a picture of Milo. I don't know if it's him or Max Landis.
Max Landis, like, he cut his hair and it's not so colorful. Get it for the basic.
Yeah, like Max Landis, I don't know if he still has the blonde hair, but he fucking he dyed his hair for a while blonde, and he really looked like Milo Yiannopoulos.
Well, he had rainbow hair for a bit too.
See, Adam, I thought you said robot Titanic because of Starfinder and that episode of Futurama.
Yeah.
Where there was a robot Titanic. Well, I don't know. It wasn't necessarily a robot Titanic. It was just space
There's
Titanic.
people, but
we could do space Titanic.
We could.
That's the other thing, too. Like, we're not just limited to sci-fi shit. We can pull a Star Trek where it's like we go down to, like, Nazi Earth. And we gotta, like, blend in with the inhabitants and shit for a while. Because of a mission. There's just so many great, like... It's not that I hate fantasy. It's just, like... A lot of shit's been, like... Everything's pretty much been done with fantasy. So, that's the final frontier. The bowl we go, where no man's ever gone before. Star Trek.
I think it's also like Starfinder is meant to be like a space opera in a way.
I don't think you can be a spaceship AI as a character. Spaceships are kind of like there's some things with there's some loopholes. Yeah. Well, not loopholes, but there's hoops you have to jump through with spaceships because one of the playtesting groups sold a spaceship and they ended up getting like a bajillion fucking credits. And at that point, like the game was broken because any problem that came up, they could just throw money at it.
That's when you have to bring out the demons again. Like if a group can just toss money at it, you need demons. I usually
even then,
early, but if I get annoyed, like, usually that's when the demons come out.
But at the same time, Nick, if we had like a bajillion dollars and demons came out, we could be like, let's just fucking call in the Hell Knights.
Yep.
Like all of the Hell Knights.
You probably wouldn't even need all Hell Knights to pay the Hell Knights.
True, but it'd be extra incentive. Like, hey, Hell Knights, can you really drop what you're doing to kill these fucking demons? We'll give you money. We know you probably want to kill demons anyways. That's something cool too in Starfinder in the campaign said it. Hell has a secret secret galactic empire. So that's a lot of fun. I think I haven't really read up on the ship stuff too much. What?
You don't see season 1 of Game of Thrones only had 10 episodes.
Yeah, it is kind of weird that like the other well, to be fair, the books do get way more bloated after the first book.
If you know or not.
I think it does.
I can just Google it, but I just want to know if you know.
Because like the later seasons are like they get way more bloated because the books get way more bloated after the first book because George R. R. Martin likes spinning his fucking wheels. That and going to comic book conventions.
You might sound like a goddamn 400-year-old computer.
And that he writes on the 400-year-old computer. Like, what was that? What was that like ancient Greek kind of proto computer?
No fucking clue on that.
Like that's what George R. R. Martin writes his stupid fucking books on. And I'll say it. I'll say it again. I've been saying it. I'm going to do a fucking, episode thing. I'm going to do, a ramble review of fucking this season of Game of Thrones when it's done. I'm going to say it in that. The show is better than the books. There are so many useless, unnecessary subplots in the fucking goddamn books. Like Lady Stoneheart. I know some people were bitching that Lady Stoneheart isn't in the fucking show, but let's be honest here. Like, pretty much everyone Lady Stoneheart has killed in the fucking books, fucking Arya's killed in the show. So that would be diminishing the badassness of fucking Arya Stark. And I'd rather she be the badass than some undead fucking just other Stark.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, that just muddles the water even further because it's like, oh, not only does everybody have to worry about the fucking White Walkers, they also have to fucking worry about Lady fucking Stoneheart raising the fucking raising dead as well. Like, there's a lot more undead in the fucking book than in the show. That's what the only thing I will say the books do better than the show is the books really show that in the world of fucking Westeros, magic is coming back.
Oh, rather than like disappearing, which is usually what everyone does.
Yeah, like that's like the real interesting thing to me with Game of Thrones, with the Game of Thrones setting, is unlike in most fantasy settings, magic isn't dying, it's resurging, which is why you have like the White Walkers, you have the dragons. They don't really get into it in the TV show, but you also have like the merfolk starting to fucking appear.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's evidence like the gods are starting to actually reassert themselves. So there's like it's a good setting. I like it. The problem is just Martin loves fucking spinning his fucking wheels and dragging shit out as fucking far as humanly fucking possible.
I can't find where I put Rick and Morty season 3 episode.
Ah, Rick and Morty.
I lost my goddamn Rick and Morty. At least the third season so far. I mean, at one.
You know what's sad? Okay.
What's sad?
Well, not Rick and Morty, but well, Rick and Morty is sometimes sad. I have a question. What's a sadder scene? Like Morty fucking like having that existential crisis after burying himself, or Rick contemplating suicide? Or actually not contemplating, he attempted suicide.
Yeah, he just passed out before it worked. I'm not sure, Matt. I'm not fucking sure.
What do you think the sad scene in season 3 is going to be?
No.
Anyways, so do you know what Cartoon Network / Adult Swim's highest rated show has been this year?
What?
Samurai Jack.
Really?
That was the only show this year on Cartoon Network to get consistently more than 1 million views.
How Rick and Morty doesn't?
No, like Adult Swim's views have been huge on the decline. Like Rick and Morty are still getting good reviews. Like they're still getting good views. Like Adult Swim is still like the #1 time slot winner in fucking cable at midnight, but like it's not having the same success that it used to.
Oh, sad because Samurai Jack does not have season 1 through season 4 in 1080p.
But like what's really hurting though on Adult Swim, like the comedy stuff is actually doing fairly decent. Like Rick and Morty, like it's doing good. Like Rick and Morty has been doing consistently well, but like what's really hurting is like the anime, like Toonami.
Well, it's gotta stop sucking, you know?
Well, that's pretty much it. Like they really need to fucking like either push back Dragon Ball Kai or just get rid of it. Because, like, as soon as Dragon Ball Kai comes on, there's just this huge fucking ratings drop. And, like, no show after Dragon Ball Kai can fucking sustain.
God damn it, Dragon Ball Z isn't in 1080p either.
So, like, Dragon Ball Kai is kind of, like, also Dragon Ball Super 2, like, so they need to push that shit either back or forward or something. Also, probably get more exclusives, because most of the shit on Adult Swim right now you can easily watch on Crunchyroll. And they fucked up in the first place with Super by just showing the because here's something people don't realize with anime. You don't need to start at the beginning necessarily of a series. Like with Dragon Ball Super, they really could have gotten away with just doing the 2 movies and skipping the first 2 arcs of Super, which are dog shit, and just having the first arc of Super shown on TV be the fucking the Universe 6 arc. Because that's what people were looking fucking forward to the most, was like, look, we don't really care about fucking the God of Destruction or fucking Resurrection F arc of Super, because the fucking movies are better. Like, what we care about is, like, we want to see, like, how the English dub is going to handle fucking Champa and Hit and fucking Frost and all those guys. Yeah, media res. Like, yeah, like, just, and really, it's not even media res. Just show the 2 movies. Like, you would have had, if you showed the fucking 2 movies, you would have had really good fucking ratings, because people are like, yeah, like, Resurrection F and fucking Battle of Gods are really good fucking DBZ movies. They're probably the best fucking DBZ movies. But there's also, like, a bigger problem is, like, action cartoons have been on the decline. Like, they don't seem to be as popular anymore with, or at the very least, like, there's more avenues to get them than TV. Like, again, Crunchyroll, like Adult Swim needs to start getting, you know what, if they're gonna get fucking anime from any streaming service, they need to get the anime from, like, Amazon Strike, because nobody fucking watches anime on fucking Amazon.
Are you sure about that?
Also, yeah, Jimson brings up too, like, they do stream, like, the new, even though the Adult Swim stream is fucking garbage, which I think they do that shit intentionally. They do give away, like, the new episodes for free, technically. So yeah, that might be hurting the ratings too. But again, the thing that's really hurting on Adult Swim is Toonami. Like, Toonami's at the, like, in terms of ratings, Toonami's at the same point where they were originally canceled and replaced with Maguzi. Anybody remember Maguzi?
No.
Yeah, that was shit. Yeah, you know, it's Steam. Like, who watches anime on Steam? Like, if you're going for, like, I kind of get it, like, because Crunchyroll does have, like, some of the bigger, fucking more popular titles, like JoJo's and fucking Boko no Hero. Like, there's a lot of good shit on Crunchyroll, but at the same time, like, people are going to Crunchyroll to watch that. Like Crunchyroll already has that stuff. Like, go get the stuff that's good that people isn't watching, like Kobari the Iron Fortress. Like, that's probably the best fucking anime series in the last fucking, like, 2 years that nobody fucking has watched because it's on fucking stupid Amazon. Like, you could, yeah, just like, I don't get it. Or Netflix too, like Netflix kind of like, but then again, Netflix isn't like, people watch anime on Netflix. It's more that Netflix, like, they bungle fuck the fucking uploads and shit. Because they don't make the subs. They don't make the subs fucking available right at the start. And it's like, hey, most anime companies nowadays, at least the big ones, when they know they're going to have a big popular hit both in Japan and in the West, they do simul dubs now. Like, fucking, that's what fucking Attack on Titan Season 2's doing. Or did. I can't remember if Attack on Titan, like, I kind of fell off on Season 2 of Attack on Titan mainly because I started reading the fucking manga for Attack on Titan, which was a mistake because, like, spoiler alert for the manga of Attack on Titan, it gets really anti-natalist. And it's like, oh boy, an anti-natalist villain in anime. Yay. There might be a good anti-natalist villain in anime, but I can't think of them off of the top of my head. Like, I'm trying to like, you know what, the fucking dude from Final Fantasy X, maybe. I know that's not exactly an anime, but like, I could kind of at least get him being an anti-natalist because the afterlife is a tangible, actual place you can visit. It's in a cave. So, you know, it's kind of got a point there, I guess. It's like, hey, everybody, wouldn't the world be better if we all killed ourselves and we just lived in this cave as fireflies? Like, there is, like, and to be fair, not every villain like that, Jimson, not every villain who's like, I'm going to end, like, all suffering by killing everyone is necessarily is an anti-natalist. Sometimes they're just a crazy fucking person. Typically, like, thinking about it is like Zorndike from Blue Submarine 6. He's a fucking anti-natalist. The aliens from fucking A Wind Called Amnesia, I'd throw into the fucking anti-natalist fucking camp. I think Sammy walked away and Nick's probably, like, trying to figure out his mic problem.
Kinda. Is it still fucked up?
It's actually better right now. It's still a little fucked up, but, like, you're legible, you're tangible. Also, too, like, Nick and Sammy aren't huge anime nerds. Now, if I was talking about wrestling, like, Sammy would be more engaged. Also, Nick, I've been getting into watching machine learning videos. That shit's really interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass to program, though, but it's not, like, too bad.
Because I was, like, watching the videos where, like, someone's programmed, like, an AI, basically, they basically told it you have to get from point A to point B, and it learned how to walk on its own.
Yeah. If I remember right, that was just a program, though, right?
Yeah, it still had troubles with things. Like, it couldn't do ice, and it couldn't do narrow pathways.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that. Like also, I saw a video where somebody is like programming like a machine learning thing for video games, and they're like play like they have like it play like Super Mario World.
Oh yeah,
and it's really interesting to see how the computer like is like this is the most efficient way to play Super Mario World.
Yeah, they figured it out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I think he said it ultimately took like 400 like generations for it to figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know if that would be the quickest, most efficient there, but I'd be able to do it.
Well, the level he was doing was Donut Plains 1-1.
Oh,
so there was like a lot of...
I thought he was doing the entire thing.
Yeah, not the entire game. So like there's a lot of obstacles on Donut Hills 1-1. Or not Donut Hills, Donut Plains 1-1.
They made one, I don't know who they is, but I remember somebody made one that you can just play Mario. Like, it doesn't matter what the level is, just figure out what to do in certain situations. Like,
also the only thing, like the only input, like the AI got was blocks it could jump on and blocks it couldn't jump on.
Oh. Oh, so
like the thing yeah, the thing that it got really hung up on is, if you remember Donut Plains 1-1, is do you remember that point where there's like the two pipes and there's like a little gap and then there's like those two like radish looking things that spew out the fireballs?
Yeah.
Like it kept getting stuck there. So I'm like, yeah, that's probably because you need a little bit of finesse.
Yeah, computers are very good with finesse.
What's also interesting with that same machine learning program, it actually found a glitch in Super Mario Brothers in World 1-2. Like it couldn't beat World 1-2, but like in one of its attempts, it discovered like as small Mario, you can actually stomp on Goombas in like a block, like you know that part where like you have to run under the blocks. If you have precise, like if you have precise timing, you can actually jump on the Koopas and Goombas. But you need like 100% absolute precise timing. So pretty much like a computer. I'm actually kind of interested about that. I'm like, I wonder what kind of exploits like these would, what they would learn like that humans can't do.
Well, if you want to get the speed run, you might be able to have it discover. I don't know how they discover the exploits in the first place, though.
That would be a fun one. Is like I just thought of a fun one, like Metroid, like Super Metroid. Like try to program like a fucking bot or an AI. I don't know what the proper terminology is. Program. I guess program. Like get a program to try to like, and you put in like, this is how you do a speed run. Like you give it those parameters. You know what, Jimson? I'm actually thinking of doing a Dark Souls Let's Play. I think I want to get it on Steam for one reason. I want to do a keyboard run of Dark Souls. Like just you like not using a controller, just the keyboard. And I kind of want to do like my Chrono Trigger Let's Play that I abandoned, where I was like pretending to hate Chrono Trigger, and I'm gonna be like, Dark Souls is shit. Like I got it on PC. It's unfucking playable. How am I supposed to dodge shit? It would be a nightmare to fucking play Dark Souls on a fucking like keyboard. Especially this keyboard that I have. It's just fucking just a really shit, garbage, cheap one. Sorry, I was taking a hit.
How was it?
It was good. I need to get an Xbox controller. I mean, I have a PlayStation controller, but I don't know like how to do the drivers and stuff.
If you have a Bluetooth on your PC, just install PS4 Windows and have that do what it does, basically.
Do I have Bluetooth on this computer? I think I do. I'll check that later. After the show. Because that would, like, open up a lot of games. Also, another thing I'm thinking about getting. I think I want to get Skyrim. Not the special edition. Fuck Bethesda on that one. I want to get plain old, regular vanilla Skyrim. Not going to mod it. At fucking all. I'm going to show fucking everybody their disgusting, warty, cigarette-scarred fucking whore for what it is.
I have the unpatched Skyrim on my DVD, so if I could actually play it from unpatched version and show everybody like how broken that is.
You should. You should like just be like, hey, this is the game everybody loves, and this is how Bethesda fucking released it.
And right here's where it stops working. There's like
or
30 different.
Or like it just immediately like Alduin kills himself in the opening cutscene. Because I know that was a problem in the unpatched version.
Sorry, I was talking about what's up. My controllers off.
Yeah, fucking like, yeah, Jimson. I don't know how anybody would ever play Dark Souls with keyboard controls. Like, oof. Like I would love to play Bloodborne though. Like, just I wish Bloodborne was on Steam. I got Bloodborne on fucking. I just want to play Bloodborne more. I want more Bloodborne.
Give me all the sequels.
Yes, I don't care if like story-wise it makes no absolute fucking sense for fucking there to be a fucking Bloodborne 2. I want Bloodborne 2.
You do a prequel. Or you just do another story that takes place in
Not
the
really.
same
That
time.
was the DLC, Sammy.
Or you could just do like one of those things where you just do another story that takes place during the same time. Like
maybe you know what? Maybe you could do a really super like old timey prequel when like the Thumerians existed. I just want more fucking Bloodborne. It's so fucking good. Like, just all the Bloodborne, all the days, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like H Bomber Guys said, like, Bloodborne retroactively makes all the fucking Souls games better because it makes you a better Souls player.
I still gotta get a PS4 Pro.
Nah, I'm not gonna get one of those.
I don't have a normal one. So.
Oh, well then, yeah, I guess you should get one. I still say, like, Nick, if you get Bloodborne, you should do a playthrough. Like, just do your first impressions of it. Because you know what though? It'd make me sad if Nick was like, "I hate this. This is garbage. Worst game ever."
I don't think I would.
Yeah, I don't think like if you love fucking Dark Souls, like, well, even if you like Dark Souls, you'll like Bloodborne more because Bloodborne is like, no. Like, this is how you should play these games, like fast and offensive. Although, Nick, you kind of had that down pat in Dark Souls 3 because you like the double knives.
Yeah, I was real bad at it, though.
Yeah,
but
at the same time, like...
So I was just like, I'm going to learn how to dodge this.
Bloodborne gives you more incentive because if you just immediately attack after somebody hits you, you get that health back.
I want to... I kind of want to get good enough at Dark Souls to like do a no-hit playthrough.
You know what I'm gonna say, Nick? If you want to do that, you need to play Bloodborne.
No, I need to.
Because Bloodborne is honestly, you still would need to play Dark Souls for 7 because you'd still need to learn all of the hit frames, all of that stuff. But like, again, that's how good like. You know what? I've always like. I kind of want to do a video about this, but like, I've always had a problem with people saying video games need like their like I've always had problems with like when people are like video games need or what is video games like Citizen Kane. Because you know how like people are like Citizen Kane is the best film ever, and like they don't understand why Citizen Kane is considered the best film ever. The reason Citizen Kane is considered the best film ever is Citizen Kane changed literally everything about how people made movies after it. Like every movie that was like made after Citizen Kane like took inspiration from something Citizen Kane did. Whether it was from like how fucking like you shoot a fucking scene or how you pace something or like this or that, like Citizen Kane changed a lot of how films were made.
Well, games are a lot more dynamic than film, though.
Yeah, and I'm like, if you're using like that version, right? If you're using that version of like what is like best film, what is fucking a best game, then like games have had like 100 Citizen Kanes.
Oh yeah, especially with different genres and stuff.
Yeah, like Super Mario Brothers is a Citizen Kane of gaming.
Yeah. That reminds me, there's also ways you can remember something off and completely do it wrong. Take Dark Souls, for instance, and then take the Surge. God, the Surge is awful.
Yeah, and Adam brings up, like, yeah, Citizen Kane is a boring fucking movie.
Yeah, but it did change a lot.
Although it did change, like
people improved that.
Also, there's also an argument. There's actually also an argument now that like Vertigo is the best film ever because Vertigo changed a lot in the fucking like Alfred Hitchcock with Vertigo changed a lot with how movies were shot and done in the 60s.
Well, I think Alfred Hitchcock would be like one of the greatest directors ever, if not the greatest.
Yeah. You know what's weird with a lot of the greatest directors ever is a lot of them were just absolutely horrible, nightmarish people to work with.
Was Hitchcock? I don't know. Hitchcock was paid to work with.
Oh yeah, Hitchcock was like he made the woman who was the lead in The Birds. He made her have like a nervous breakdown on set.
Oh Christ!
Because he kept screaming at her and throwing birds at her. Because Alf again, like it's like Stanley Kubrick. Alfred Hitchcock was like, I don't want you to act like you're terrified. I want you to be terrified.
What's really bad is if you want someone to be terrified, and when they choose flight or fight, they choose fight because that gets you punched in the face.
Also, too, he was like there's a lot of stories about him. Like he was just kind of also just a generally like kind of mean-spirited, nasty person. I don't know about Stanley. Like the main thing with Stanley Kubrick was he was just a nightmare to work with because he was an absolute perfectionist. And he, again, like Alfred Hitchcock, he was like, I want you to show real emotions. Like poor Shelley Duvall in The Shining, like when she is screaming her head off in any scene, that is like real actual fucking panic and terror because fucking Stanley Kubrick was just like, we're gonna do this scene a bajillion fucking times until you get it right. I kind of wish Stanley Kubrick was alive for AI. Because that would have been funny to see, like, Haley Joel Osment be like, oh my god, I had to work with Stanley Kubrick. Like, that would have been great. Like, just seeing, like, I forget how old Stanley Kubrick was when he died, but, like, old ass fucking Stanley Kubrick yelling at a fucking child. That'd be funny. At least to me. Kind of weird like that, though.
Necessarily really bad drug habit, Matt. Is that what you want?
Also, like, you think Jake Lloyd will be in any of the new Star Wars movies, or like, because Star Wars did ruin his life. I don't know why. Like, for some reason, anytime I think of Haley Joel Osment, I think of Jake Lloyd as well. I never confused the two.
He probably made enough money that he doesn't need to have a career.
No, he's. I think he's like he works at like a Subway or something. And Star Wars, like he has like he has like huge emotional problems because like people fucking like not even like just children, but like grown men like would insult him and shit because of the prequel movies. Like people would be like, you ruined Star Wars, you piece of shit.
That is kind of crazy because that would be like the last thing.
Yeah, so Star Wars kind of ruined Jake Lloyd's life.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him for it. I'd blame
Lucas.
Like Lucas is the one who has to approve these scenes, and he's the one who like probably had the last say when it came to casting.
Well, that's the problem with like when the Phantom Menace was like the hardcore Star Wars fans didn't want to admit like George Lucas was shit, so they blamed the cast. And it's like, no, this movie would be fucking shit. Like, here's the thing, right? I saw Phantom Menace twice. Once was on a date. Fucking life. She ended up bringing her fucking dad, and I was like, well, great.
That's hilarious.
But that was the second time I watched it, and like what really ruined the date, that was the time when I was like, this is a shit movie. Because the first time I watched it, I was like, I don't know. Like, there's some weird parts, but I think I liked it. Maybe. I might have to see that again. And then like the girl I was interested in was like, I want to see Phantom Menace, and I was like, I'll go with you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh shit! Fucking like fucking who's the guy who played Obi-Wan? Fucking not in the prequels, but in the original.
Oh, I don't know. I was gonna be like, I don't know what it is either way. Fuck it.
Because one of my favorite Star Wars related stories is a little kid wanted that guy to sign like something Star Wars related, and he told the kid that he'd only sign it if he'd never watched Star Wars again because it was a bad movie, and he made the kid cry.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he hated being in Star Wars. Because he thought it was just like going to be like this one-off kind of thing, like, oh, I'm doing it for a paycheck and shit. But like, it became this huge cultural phenomenon, and he became only recognized for being in fucking Star Wars when it's like, no, he was a real fucking actor. He was like in Lawrence of Arabia and fucking like other fucking movies and shit. God damn, what is his name? Sammy, help me out here.
Hold on.
Wait.
I want to say Anthony. Anthony.
Oh God.
God damn it! I'm like, what is happening? I've smoked too much pot. Like I can't.
Jake
function.
Lloyd. Jake Lloyd.
No, not Jake Lloyd. We know Jake Lloyd's name, Sammy. I'm talking about the guy who played Obi-Wan in the original original movie.
Oh, hold on.
Oswald. Is it Oswald?
No,
Why can't I remember this?
Hold on.
Oh my God, I'm a fake nerd.
Ewan McGregor.
No, not the prequels, the original.
Oh, Alec Guinness.
Oh, Alec Guinness. God damn it. Yeah, so yeah, Alec Guinness. He made children cry because he hated Star Wars.
Oh right. So you're right. So kids would come up to me like, "Oh, you're Obi-Wan," because I can tell them to fuck off.
Yeah. No, he wouldn't tell them to fuck off. He'd be like, "I'll sign your thing if you promise me you'll never watch Star Wars again." And yeah, like a lot of careers got ruined by Star Wars. Like Mark Hamill got typecast. Fucking Carrie Fisher got typecast. Also, to be fair too, but with Carrie Fisher, she also had the drugs.
Yeah, I think it was one of the drugs.
Harrison Ford kind of escaped unscathed, but at the same time, like, you know what, this might cause a little bit of controversy, but I don't think Harrison Ford was ever that good of an actor. Like, he's good at doing one thing, kind of like Liam Neeson, but like he doesn't have much range outside of that. Like, he's good at playing likable scumbag. You know, like, it's like, okay, like, I like Han Solo. He's a murderer and a smuggler and fucking, you know, he's probably sold drugs to people who've then sold drugs to children. Like, but whatever, fucking, he's fun. He's cool. He's got a Wookiee friend. That's neat.
Han Solo's actually Boko.
Oh God, that would be so, like, they are doing the Han Solo movie. Like, who knows? Also, like with Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is technically a statutory rapist. He has sex with his students. Like, what the fuck?
Over 18 then, so it's not statutory. It's very, very, statutory.
Okay, yeah. Some of it's probably not statutory, but some of it, like, might be. Let's be honest. You don't always have, there's there might be some 17-year-olds up in college. Maybe. Also, he is a statutory rapist, Nick, because remember, it's in Raiders of the Lost Ark, like fucking what's her face like says that Indy had sex with her when she was like 14.
What?
Now, to be fair, it was like the 1910s. Times were different. The Model T had just come out. Anti-Semitism was at an all-time high. Al Jolson was pleasing people with blackface. The world was awful, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So yeah, Indiana Jones, statutory rapist. Da 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 da. And again, likable scumbag. Like, it's like, you know what, Indy? I can forgive you for being like a statutory rapist. Like, you're not like a eugenicist, at least. Like, you do exist in like the time period where like a lot of people were eugenicists, so you got that going for you, I guess. You're not a Nazi supporter. Also, Indiana Jones kind of fucking, you know, fucked everybody over with the first movie. Because do you remember what does anybody remember what the Nazis' plans were with the Ark of the Covenant?
They were going to use it to kill all the Jews.
No, they were going to take it back to Berlin and open it in a big Nazi rally in front of Hitler and all the other high Nazi officials. In other words, all the Nazis would have been fucking killed.
Well, yeah. Probably all of Germany, or at least all of Berlin, to some capacity.
If Indiana Jones had just fucked off and did nothing, World War II would have fucking ended without fucking like at least on the fucking European front. World War II would have pretty much came to a grinding fucking halt because all the fucking Nazi leadership just disappeared and melted.
Yeah.
I will give Indiana Jones like the other two movies, like, you know, he did like, you know, he was like he did actually save the day in those ones, but in the first movie, it's like, nah, Indiana Jones kind of fucked up here. He should have let the Nazis. He shouldn't have fucked with the Nazis and just let them take the Ark of the Covenant. Also, it's kind of weird. Like, why would the Nazis want the Ark? I mean, I'll be honest. Raiders of the Lost Ark is my least favorite Indiana Jones movie. It's the one I've watched the least.
You guys hear me?
Also, you're breaking up really bad now, Nick.
Yeah, you're breaking up really bad. You should probably restart your router. Or modem or whatever.
My internet.
Yeah.
Or are your headphones charged? That could be it.
Well, he left already, so he'll figure it out. Well, I think you can end it here.
Yeah, fucking.
How am I now?
Oh, perfect. Fuck,
Okay,
I should have told you just to fucking... Yeah, I should have told you to do that a long time ago. Oh, well.
Well, like...
The thing is, it's not my internet, it's my, for some reason, I guess Chrome was fucking up. I thought it was my audio software.
Well, for the last 30 minutes, don't really hear you.
But yeah, Nick, so what were you saying about Raiders and Indiana Jones kind of fucking everything up for everybody?
Oh, you said other two Indiana Jones movies. There's technically 4 Indiana Jones movies, so you should say
no.
Other 3.
No.
Why not, Matt?
There's only two others.
Wait. No, I could have sworn they made one. 1 minute.
Here's a fun fact. I've never seen Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So
neither have I.
There's only two others. Not in my little universe. Not in my miasma.
No, it's like right here on IMDb, 2008. In the chat right now.
Chris Pratt should be Indiana Jones. He'd be good at it.
There's definitely 4 of them, Matt. I don't know how you missed that last one.
No, there's not. There's only 3. And yeah, like, and in a hypothetical 4th one, which maybe would have had communist. You know what the original idea for a 4th one was Indiana Jones in a haunted castle.
Might have actually been pretty cool.
No, that was the original idea for 3, and that's where like the Nazi castle came from.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe you forgot the blockbuster hit that was the 3rd one, Matt. Or the 4th one.
No, the 3rd one's great. 3rd one, I think I'll be on. Like, I'll fight fucking people on this. The 3rd one's the best.
What about the 4th one? How good was that?
I haven't seen it.
Not
if it exists. But I don't think it exists. I think it's a legend, like a Bigfoot or a Loch Ness monster.
Why do you think it doesn't exist, Matt? If you've never seen it, you don't know how bad it is.
I've never seen it, so it doesn't exist. Just like a lot of things I haven't seen. I haven't seen, like...
Was Pluto. OJ guilty?
God damn it! Shit! I fucked myself.
Was
Pluto's
OJ
a planet.
guilty, Matt? Was OJ guilty? Yes or no?
Yeah, everybody knows OJ was guilty now. Like,
you didn't see a murder.
Even at the time, everybody knew OJ was guilty. Yeah, but there's DNA evidence. I saw that.
You did? How do you know it wasn't fabricated?
Do you know something that
I saw the crime.
He was there.
I was there.
He was there. He's like 7 years old. He's like, why did the black man decapitate the woman?
What year did that take place in?
I don't know. I just remember I was really young. So I'm like, Napalm was really young.
Was it 96?
No, 91.
Hey, Monster. Was it 91?
I'm pretty sure that's when the murder happened.
I don't think it was that early.
Yeah, because It
might have been maybe 92, 93.
Hold on.
Maybe 94. It was the mid to early 90s. Early 90s.
Simpson died June 12th, 1994.
Okay, yeah, so 94.
By stabbing.
So, yeah, Nick was off by 2. I'd be 9.
Okay.
Actually, I'd be 8 because it happened during so I'd be 8. So Nick was off by 1.
Oh, my bad. I just picked a random year.
Yeah, the 90s were kind of a dark age. A weird neon-colored, extreme dark age.
Are they really?
In a lot of regards, yeah. Like, it was the dark age for comic books. It was a bad decade for sci-fi movies. Like, people think like the 2000s and like the current decade and like, I don't know what you call this decade.
2010s?
Is it the aughts? Is that what you call like the 10s?
I have no fucking idea.
Like that's something like people say in old timey.
No,
that's something people say in like weird, like whenever you're making fun of an old person, and they're like, I remember in aught 11.
Aught 11, 19 in 1902.
I don't know what, but yeah, this stupid fucking. But yeah, like sci-fi has gotten better. Like fucking sci-fi in the '90s, a lot of it was just like, let's take a generic action movie script and write in that the main character has a laser gun, and boom, we have a sci-fi movie.
Why would you say that didn't work?
Because it was shit. It's like I'm not necessarily against soft sci-fi. There's a lot of soft sci-fi I love, but like that's not really soft sci-fi. That's just like you're being fucking lazy. It's like the Hellraiser. Like that's something with the '90s as that became popular. It's like, hey, we have this script that has nothing to do with Hellraiser, but let's like make 20 fucking sequels to Hellraiser off of all of these different horror scripts we have. Time Cop. Yes, Monsieur brings up the best example.
Not really that bad.
Yeah.
The same matter can't occupy the same space, Matt.
Look, it's a dumb movie. It's a fun, dumb movie. But in terms of like, yeah, Time Cop really is like, yeah, this probably was just some fucking dumb generic action movie before they were like. And to be fair, the '90s did have some fucking decent sci-fi movies, especially the early '90s. Or was that like the '80s? Or what was that one? Fuck, I can never remember the name of the movie. It's like it's honestly probably one of the best sci-fi movies of the fucking '90s. It's the movie where it's like virtual reality, but like it's like people can record memories and stuff, and you can view the memories, and like the guy who came up with the stuff, like he discovers that like a politician killed someone.
Oh shit. I do not remember.
It's set in like Los Angeles. Fuck, what is it? It's a super fucking good movie though. Yeah, Demolition Man is a lot better in hindsight because it's kind of like Nostalgia Critic said. Like Demolition Man kind of predicted like how the internet turned out.
Wait, how did Demolition Man think the internet was going to turn out?
Well, that's the thing. Demolition Man isn't about like the internet necessarily, but like in terms of like how that society works, like yeah, you can kind of see like the modern day internet in that society. You have like the one side who's like, we need to be all nice and politically correct and like honky, like everything's just nice and safe spaces and just bubbles for everybody. And then the other side is like, we just want to be mean-spirited, nasty pricks because we can. Freedom of speech, radical freedom. Fuck it, that's what I want to do. It's kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. Also, too, the fucking politically correct side is actually just as shitty as the fucking like anybody else, but they put on a fake facade.
There are some people that actually care, Matt.
I mean, yeah, there were some people who cared, but like, also Starship Troopers was great. That's probably one of the better movies of the late '90s, like sci-fi movies of the late '90s. That and Dark City. Dark City is probably the best thing David Goyer will ever fucking make. And that should make him sad. I mean, I don't know. Well, yeah, that should make him sad because that was in the fucking '90s.
Oh, sometimes
I'm really concerned though about the Starship Troopers, the new one.
Wait, there's a new one?
Yeah, and you know what? The people who are making it are like, we want to the book. And it's like, you do know the book is pro-military fascism, right?
It might be pro-military fascism.
Like, it's like, if you're making like Starship Troopers closer to the fucking book, it's like the book is flat out like military fascism.
Well, yeah, I know that, but they might be pro-military fascists, so they might just be like, yeah, fuck it, we'll do it.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what? My hope with it is like it comes off as like just super fucking doofy and shit. That'd be fun.
I mean, military fascist might be in style now, Matt. You've seen what Trump's doing with North Korea, right? Right. Doing some saber rattling.
Yeah, it's like Mansoor brings up. Like the first movie was only good because Paul Verhoeven fucking made it, and he made like fucking RoboCop. Like he knows how to make like satires and shit. So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna make fucking Starship Troopers a satire of what Starship Troopers is. Because that's, if they're making it true to the book, that's like basically just picture Starship Troopers, but without any of like the obvious like things where it's like, no, this is a really bad society. This is really shit. Clean up my desk. How long have we been doing this?
I have no idea. You sent the link out
done.
at like 2:36, and it's now 4, so it'd be 3:36 and 5
Really?
for you.
Well,
yeah, you've been at this for a while.
It's been about an hour and a half.
All right, I think I'm gonna end this one here. Thanks for coming. I gotta do some cleaning down here because I got like cigarette packs all over my desk. So I'll see you guys later.
All right, bye.
See you. That's what we gotta do for.
See you around the stars.
Oh yeah. Would you guys be up for a Starfinder game on Thursdays, maybe?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I think I can DM it. I think I got the rules. Not 100%, but hey.
We'll learn. We'll use this to learn. We'll learn along the way. Like, we're gonna fuck up
and
something.
We'll videotape it. We'll videotape all of our fuck ups because that's what the internet's for. Is videotape.
Put on the internet for people to scream at us like, "You fucking idiots! How you not?"
No, I don't have enough people that watch it to actually have that happen. There might be one person who may start screaming. Oh yeah, you know what was really funny was that one time when oh god, who was it?
We might get a lot of people. You might get actually an influx of people because of Starfinder.
Starfinder's a new game. People want to see more into it.
Sadly, we'd have to use unless I make my own campaign setting for it, we'd have to use the Pathfinder thing.
You know, it'd be great if like the developers see us playing it and they're like, "You guys should be beta testers because." Like, your DM, like, he just, like, you throw so many curveballs at him, but, like, somehow he keeps it rolling.
Why? Mm-hmm. Like, usually I'm like, oh god, this is horrible.
Like, we'll literally show how to be a bunch of fucking awful people in this game. A bunch of space fucking Nazis.
Although, I will say this, before we play...
How am I at handling the curveballs you guys keep throwing?
We should all talk about what we want to do.
Yeah, we might not want to do that on air yet.
Just so, you know, there's not another Dobu Hamfast/Scully incident. Mm-hmm. I'm going to kill Dobu.
Dobu's possibly the big bad forever, Matt.
No. We'll fly a spaceship right in biggest spaceship. Or better yet, we'll put fucking like a warp drive on a moon, and just have the moon smack into the planet.
You just like amass 50 million credits throughout the game, and you're just like, why? And then you buy a spaceship, drive it into Dobu's planet.
Yeah.
That's all you got. You're just like, I'm loading this up with nukes, driving it into Dobu's planet.
Well, I don't even have to load it up with nukes. If you hit like a fucking planet at full warp drive, like with like a giant ass spaceship, that's going to be basically like the equivalent of like the dinosaur like extinction event.
Probably worse.
Yeah, it probably would be. See you guys next time.